Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am Duke Silver, and for the next couple days, we're going to be going over my tournament games from this past weekend's Summer Championship. Um, just a quick note: I'm going to be showing the hero selections as well, and kind of going over my decisions there. So it was between Geppetto and APOC here. I do like Apocalypse a lot, but I went with Geppetto just because it gives you more strength in the early game, and I'm just worried about getting tempoed out of these very high-powered, high-skilled lobbies. I went with the Minotaur here over the Unicorn, and I didn't lock the Genie's Wish, which I would lock normally, just to because you can just get some like random value out of the Genie's Wish, which is nice. And then we're just gonna pick up the cut purse here. A little bit awkward, having to face extra characters on both our first two rounds here. Loki getting that pretty fortunate start. If I'd taken the Unicorn actually against that Loki, I would have won that combat. But I still think taking Minotaur early is better, just in general, especially on Geppetto, because you're looking for black cats anyways. All right, and here we had extra gold because we slayed with the cut purse and the share bear. Share bear was our opponent, so we got an extra gold from that. So this opponent is actually set up pretty well for us to beat. So I mean, there wasn't really much. There was no decision there. It was just cast Shrink and get the whole shop. Although it was kind of awkward, like I didn't lock this pair of familiars, but then we just got another pair of familiars back. Yeah, I'm definitely fine with just selling something there to get a spell off, to get a couple stats on these familiars. As well, they're not ideal on Geppetto. They're still going to gain some like a fair amount of stats as long as we can cast spells every turn. Still haven't seen like a black cat or any other kind of token maker, but this shop, I mean, this shop's very easy. We got the Genie's Wish plus double peeps. Yeah. Just gotta figure out how I want to position them. They definitely both go in the back, just so we can hopefully have the board space for all the tokens. This is one of the reasons that I chose Geppetto here, was because like the extra stats on these peeps is going to be able to win like most combats at level 3. This opponent's the front line looked kind of scary, but these peeps are easily gonna win this fight. So yeah, just I guess like a note on like the tournament definitely did not go very well for me. I had a couple pretty good games, but in general they were awkward to say the least. And that treasure, the only option there was a Crown of Atlas. It's just very good on everything you want to buy with Geppetto, as well as we've got these familiars, and yeah, I'm just happy with that. And we're going to see another Genie's Wish into another 4 glory, but we're getting decent stats on these familiars. Like at this point in the game, I don't think there's anything that I would change. So yeah, basically like the whole idea of this is to try and find lines that could have been taken differently, to maybe would have changed the result. And yeah, definitely like feel free to chime in if you see something that you thought maybe a line that I should have taken, or something like that. Actually, I do remember this fight, and I was definitely favored, like percentage wise in this fight, but like we get such awkward donkey hits, or they get very favorable donkey hits, as well as this golden vulture already. But yeah, I think I was like 70% favored in that fight, according to the calculator from the SBB tracker. And here, like, I think I should pick up this Sporko. I don't think I do pick up this particular Sporko, but I feel like, yeah, I definitely should have if I don't take this one here. I think right now I'm considering either Sporko and the experience. Because getting through level, like, if you don't get like a hippocampus or vulture immediately on like level 4, like you kind of want to get through to the better summon characters in level 5, like Baby Bear and 3 Big Pigs. And yeah, so we just roll a couple times. It's a bit awkward. I think I am gonna take this Sporko. So yeah, so that's all right. And then I think it's definitely fine to pick up this this black cat. Just add more summons. And yeah, this Godmother is actually going to be very good here. Since the summons get so many stats just from being summoned, yeah, the extra health boost from the Godmother is actually going to be relevant on them, rather than them just kind of being like fodder for your relevant units to get toughness on. Yeah, summoning as 6/8s is better, as relevant compared to 6/6s. Not to mention all the other buffs that get on your other characters. Yeah, we're gonna pick up another Sporko and the Vulture. I'm good with that. We got a good front line of summons. And every one of these summons, whenever one of the summons dies, is gonna it's gonna make the Vulture even bigger. So getting basically +3/+5 for every animal that dies. Also, this 18/18 familiar, I think, is definitely just slightly higher value than one of these cats. So we're gonna put that in. Although I think my positioning here is maybe a bit wrong. Like I should probably have the familiar in 4, and then just have the peeps in 2 and 3. But I think it's a little bit greedy there. But apparently I skipped over a section where I got a couple extra peeps there. So just disregard what I just said. I still think maybe the familiar should have been in 4. Because like I think like either way it's not getting. I don't know. No, I think I like that positioning. If I had the Sporko still in 5 there, then I definitely think the familiar should have been in 4. But yeah, I think I might have accidentally trimmed out an extra section and lost a turn there. But yeah, we pick up a Wombats with Crown of Atlas. I'm a pretty big fan of that, especially when we get an attack such as that, and we get some extra toughness on the Wombats before it summons. So yeah, it's like I was saying, like this the weekend didn't go great for me. But I think this game went pretty well. Like clearly we've got a lot of summons, and with Geppetto, if you just hit your summons, like you're almost guaranteed to top 4 just from the power of the extra stats you get. I'm considering picking up Soltak here just to protect my Vulture and Godmother, because they're pretty important for my board strength. Yeah, pretty happy to pick up another Wombats as well. We cast another Genie's Wish. And we get a 3 big pigs, so not bad. And I kind of didn't realize that roll the dice was the random spell, and didn't notice the crafty until a little bit later. Getting a peep out of that wombats is pretty sweet. This combat goes very well for us. So this setup's like a little bit weird. We got like, I want to be playing more summons, but it's hard to justify taking out the 27/27 or the godmother is still like putting in a fair amount of work, so although it's probably past its expiration date here. In fact, I'm pretty sure I should be taking out the godmother for the baby bear here. Pretty sure I'd roll past this, but I think I definitely shouldn't have rolled past the baby bear there. I think spinning gold would have been a safe bet, but I just elected not to cast it there. But we do find the triple wombats, which is definitely good. And yeah, Monkey's Paw is really good on Geppetto, of course. I think with the Monkey's Paw, I probably should be playing the other peeps instead of the Familiar and the Godmother. Just maximizing my summon value, but we're still very strong, even if that's maybe a bit suboptimal. Yeah, these summons are going to be bigger than these Robin Hoods enough that we're going to win the fight there. I think I should pick up this Echo Wood and replace. I need to get rid of this Godmother, but I just roll past the Echo Wood, even though the Echo Wood would be very, very good on this board. Sell the summon stats, as well as it's gonna get all the vulture stats. And I don't have enough, like necessarily enough gold to like pick up a Bearstein if I'm like it, which is obviously what I'm looking for here. Yeah, so I think that was a missed opportunity. I think now I finally decide to put the Peep in over this Familiar. Peep is just more stats overall. Like unless we run out of board space, but I think Peep is still the right call. Yeah, Peep gets the board space it needs to get all these summons out. Again, this godmother really should have been replaced so long ago. Honestly, like I think a peep is just better than it at this point. It's really good for levels like between level 4 and like 5.2 or whatever. And yeah, an evil eye here is pretty good. I think it's worth it just to guarantee the level 5 treasure, especially because I really want ambrosia. Staff is also another consideration, just to help me find bear steins. Icarus is a very intimidating back row, and that what do you call it? Mummy hit is very good for him. So I'm looking at this good boy, but I don't think it's worth picking up. Like I do like the idea of putting stats on the wombats with good boy, but and also like if good boy is the first thing to die and then time flies gets summoned in, time flies does get the good boy buff, but I think it's fine to roll past it there. There was another baby bear, but at this point I don't think a baby bear is enough of an improvement. Although again, it's gonna be better than this this godmother, which is still on the board. Yeah, finally I get this godmother off the board, and I'm gonna sell it to get this croc on the wombats, which I'm a big fan of, especially on Geppetto. Getting those extra stats on the golden wombats is just gonna be large. A large power bonus to whatever it gets summoned. Yeah, look at that. It's a giant mummy. Nothing wrong with that. And we get a couple good hits at the end there to win that fight. Alright, then we found the Bearstein in a ghost fight as well, so that's good. Yeah, the Bearstein with the ambrosia. We're getting paid off for that ambrosia pick now. With the crocked wombats is going to be a ton of stats. Yeah, the Bearstein gets, yeah, 72 golden Bearstein, so it's giving 144 to whatever gets summoned. And if it's an animal, then after those stats are applied, it doubles. But even 167, 157 tiny is pretty good. Yeah, I like the Pigomorph against Icarus because we know they're very strong. Yeah, I definitely like playing the second Bearstein here, but I feel like playing the one non-golden Bearstein over, or like later on over more summons is probably wrong. But also, it looks like Icarus has found a pretty reasonably sized good boy and gotten a copycat in front of it. But also we've gotten almost 1,000 golden donkey there, so that's pretty cool. And it manages to take roughly 600 damage and pop out a couple big things. But because of the way this works out, we only get a tie here. If we'd managed a little bit better attacks there, I think we could have won and knocked out Icarus, which would have been pretty good. Now here's where I think I make a big mistake here. Like I want to cast this Crocs, of course, or this Captain Croc, but my instinct is to buy this Wombat and croc it, but I think I should have just crocked the big pigs, and I'm gonna buy the Sultak just to protect my Bearsteins. Yeah, I think I should have crocked these pigs here, over the Wombat. I could potentially have played the Wombat as well, and over like the non-golden Bearstein. Because I think the stats, like they get big enough with just the golden Bearstein and the Geppetto buffs combined with the Monkey's Paw. Which I think I'm gonna forego the Monkey's Paw bonus on this fight, which I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily right to do. Because that's a pretty big chunk of stats that I'm taking off of my characters. Yeah, I know I don't need the Sultak against Icarus, because I don't think they are going to change their board into a dragon board or anything. And that golden Wombat's really putting in work for me. And we have enough stats to take the tree board down. Right. And yes. So I feel like I don't know if I should have knighthooded here. I feel like I should have just gone for more summons. And just ran the Bearstein in the Ambrosia slot. And then maybe rolled for like a baby bear or another croc. Being able to combine all three crocs into a golden would have been really nice, but probably not enough because Icarus is absolutely enormous here. Looks like they managed to make a giant, probably Wizard's Familiar into a good boy, as well as getting a Beauty's Influence on their whole board. So I don't know if like those mistakes I pointed out would have changed this game at all. Like this was one of my better finishes. I did have 2 second places on the day. This is one of them. But yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do 2 games today, and then 2 games tomorrow, and then another 2 games. So here, game 2. I definitely make a mistake with this hero selection. After I had a pretty solid game with Geppetto, so I was feeling kind of good about it. Loki and Curse King both have kind of like a fail case, but so does Geppetto, and I think I just had a recency bias for Geppetto here. I really think I should have taken either Loki or Curse King. Probably Loki. Just the extra value you get from all the spells is just it's got to be better. And I'm going to start with a Minotaur again. Same reason as before. I'm hoping to get a Black Cat. Now this turn could go a number of ways. It might be correct for me to just roll and try and hit a Black Cat. Like that might be just like high enough upside that it's worth doing, but I do go for the dragon plus a spell here because there's a chance that I can hit a support and then win the fight potentially and keep the buff, but that does not happen. So We do get a draw, which is okay, but then we're presented with this kind of awkward shop. I think maybe taking this pair of mice might have been a little too greedy. Like, we might be able to get an extra gold off of the kitty cut purse, and then the chicken can be traded in for something better later. So I think maybe that was better, but just having like a couple 2-2s on the board is just not great. And yeah, this shop is very, very bad, so I am gonna take a roll and hope to hit something, and I think that was right. Like, the options presented there's only a bunch of 2s, so like the gold just doesn't work out that well, and this shop is also similarly horrible. But I am gonna take the Cinderella and cast and hope that this earthquake does something for me. But a ring of meteors plus falling stars wipes my entire board, and I guess they just played completely around earthquake there. So I mean, I guess like that's a next level play from them, and I just got hosed. I was thinking maybe it should have been Gloves of Thieving here, but I think the +1/+1 is just too important there. So I think that was the right treasure to take, because we really need some stats on board. So we're gonna take a couple 2s here, because that's the best. Like, we need to fill the board, otherwise we're just gonna get destroyed in every combat. Although there's no guarantee that even helps. Like, this board is just completely terrible. Yeah, having such an abysmal 3.0 turn, as well as like very mediocre 2.2 turn, it's really really hurt the chances here. Yeah, I locked the Kiss, which I think is right, since I get a spell discount. I think spending 2 to get a golden 3 is fine. We get a Slay. We take another 5, so we're at 22 on 3.2. That 3.0 turn was just so bad, and there's so many great hits on 3 that this is very disappointing. I think this is easily the worst hit. Maybe Princess White was worse, but other than that, like, pretty much every other hit would have been great for the 2 gold. So that's unfortunate. And yeah, I'm gonna take a donkey here, and then we see another donkey in this shop, and I'm gonna sell for it, which I think is a mistake. Like, a 3/7 donkey is just it's not gonna good enough against any reasonable 3.2 board. And yeah, like, going down a character with this the power level on this board, I'm really hoping to get one summon out of these donkeys, just to get my my money's worth, or get some amount of stats. But we're 50-50 to get them there, but didn't get it. So yeah, 15 this late in the game, or this early in the game, I should say, is pretty awkward. It's really like we haven't seen a single summon unit. Like, we're just really hoping that these donkeys summon something, which is very, very awkward. And we do triple the donkey, which is fine. And I take the crystal ball here, which I think is a mistake. It's just, I've got the horn already, so I'm thinking, like, if I can just survive a couple combats, maybe I can pick up a Spellweaver and start casting some spells. I probably should have just taken the helm and put like donkey in 1, since I'm playing down a character anyways. This cat's call should have been good for me. Like, it should be good for me. A full board of 6/6s or whatever, a full front line of 6/6s. But Yeah, the donkey does get sniped. I mean, we get some value out of the donkey. We get a 12-12 out of it, so it's not too bad. It's just the rest of the board that's really bad. And this opponent, I mean, Skip doing really well this game. They've already got a 20 health hippo there. I mean, like, minimize damage, but it's still just taking damage every single fight. I'm hoping to get some toughness spells and just try and pump up this donkey, I guess. I should probably take this crafty. It's a 9/9 for 2 gold, which is a decent bit of stats on my board. I probably shouldn't cast this attack spell. I don't think it does anything really. I should probably just be casting the free spells. Also, before, when I took the Great Library card, I probably should have just taken the Secret Stash. Like leaning into the spells too much. I should have just taken the treasure that potentially lets me survive another turn if I take a hit, and gives me a bit of gold to try and recover with. We finally get some summons. We get a Black Cat and a Time Flies, which it's not much. We're still playing some really bad units here, like the Billy Goat and the Cinderella, and they've got multiple level 5 characters already, plus the Cat's Called on us, and the Dark Contract's giving them some extra stats here. And yeah, they even steal our golden creeper and then kill us. If I'd taken the Secret Stash, I would have at least had one more turn, but yeah. So that's it. Somehow Horde Dragon went down before us, or took more damage. They were at 15 and we were at 9, so they must have gotten absolutely destroyed even harder, which is wild. But yeah, so thanks everyone for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps the channel out, and I appreciate it greatly. Yeah, let me know if you thought that I should have taken any other lines, or if you have any questions about the lines that I did take. Yeah, these tournament games, I've slowed them down even more. They're just like regular speed, just with some downtime cut out, but it's definitely meant to be like a discussion, sort of a learning moment for me, as well as anyone else watching. But yeah, see you tomorrow with another 2 games from the Summer Championships.